Hey guys, Zappe here, and welcome back to another PMU video. I know it's been quite a while. We are finally getting to the Gritty Burrow video that I have been needing to do for quite a while, because this remake's been out for a few months now. But we're going to talk about a couple things first that have changed since then. So, infatuation works in a little bit of a different way now. What happens is, instead of being completely immobilized and not being able to attack, you are now able to move, but you still have the infatuation, so you still have to press your F key a few times in order to get out of infatuation. That's one thing. As you might see in the layout, frisk functionality has changed, as in it works as it is intended. Instead of having to press your end key every time when using the frisk ability, or, as you see with my B barrel, have treasure specs, you do not have to refresh the floor anymore. Now you can just go into floors with frisk or your treasure specs in any like shards or hard scales or hidden eggs, whatever. They will now be automatically revealed right away. So that's a great change. New shinies that are now huntable. As of the last shiny update I had, we had all the Gen 5 starters plus a couple Gen 6s and stuff were now huntable. Well, the Alolan forms, every single one of them is now shiny huntable. Alolan Vulpix, Alolan Sandshrew, Alolan Grimer, Alolan Rattata, Alolan Meowth, all those Alolan Geodude, all those Alolan forms are now shiny huntable. To give you a clue where some of them are, Iceberg Cavern, where Alolan Vulpix and Alolan Sandshrew are in the caves, those are shiny huntable in there. If you use an Icicle and Snowflake key, those Alolan Vulpix and Sandshrew that are 100% recruitable also have chances to be shiny. Alolan Geodude over in Dynamo Sands. Alolan Grimer, which was added to Caustic Sewers, that is now shiny huntable. Alolan Rattata, which is in Tanner Graveyard, that's shiny huntable. Alolan Meowth, which was changed from regular Meowth in Mystic Coven, that's now recruitable, but also shiny huntable at the same time. And I think that about covers most of them. And Carbink is also now shiny huntable. As of the last event that happened, the last Christmas event, Carbink's shiny was released for the first time in the game, and since it is in Sentimental Aquifer, it is shiny huntable there now. Also, Stuffle, Munchlax, and yeah, I think it's just those two I'm thinking of. Stuffle, oh, and Furfrou, there we go. Stunky, Munchlax, Furfrou, and Drampa. All of those shinies have also been released, but unfortunately, Munchlax being egg only, and Drampa, Furfrou, and Stuffle all not having permanent dungeons yet, they also are not huntable at this current moment. However, one of the ones I have not mentioned yet was a brand new Pokemon in Yungoos was released, and the Expel Overworld change is that Yungoos was also added to the Expel Overworld. And because of that, Overworld shinies are now huntable as well. A base 1 in 3,500 chance, which I think was also a change we didn't get to discuss last time. Yeah, Overworld shinies are now huntable at a 1 in 3,500 chance. But since Yungoos is in the Overworld, and its shiny was also released with this past event, that means Yungoos is also shiny huntable. So, lots of changes and everything, and I feel like I needed to bring all of that up because it was a lot of very important stuff. So yeah, but without further ado, why don't we actually get going to Gritty Burrow now, because we've been talking for over 4 minutes now on changes. I just wanted to bring that up just because it's a lot of changes I felt were actually very important to go over. So you're still going to go about your normal way going to Gritty Burrow. It's in the same exact spot that Gritty Hollow is in. It's just changed up a little bit, and we will go over the changes that the dungeon has. So the way I'm going, you still need cut to get here regardless. Let's pull up the map here. And right down there is our objective, right here. You actually need Rock Smash now. You only used to need cut. But now, the hole is actually down here. It's this little thing right here. Now, it is still the ascending and descending floors and everything. So we'll make sure that when we get to each ascending and descending, I'll repeat some of the recruitables and stuff. Because some are like the ascending on this floor and then descending these floors, etc. We'll talk about everything as it comes up. Alright. Welcome to Gritty Burrow, the Gritty Hollow remake. It is a little bit of a higher level dungeon now because there is a lot more evolved Pokemon instead of a lot of random mismatched things like Wurmple, Silcoon, Zigzagoon, all those things. So, on the ascending floors, which we start at, 1 through 5 has Lillipup, Zigzagoon, and Patrat all recruitable, which all of them can also be shiny because of the 1 through 5, or generations 1 through 5 are all, they all have a chance to, or because Gen 5 was added in the most recent shiny batch. Now, we are going to be going through these floors kind of quickly because, I mean, we are level 100. I brought it just in case we happen to find a shiny, because you never know. And I have my Gold Mask Rainbow ready to go. And I figure most people are probably, yeah. So this is probably like more of a 40s and 50s dungeon now, I would probably say. So be careful when coming here, obviously, since you need Rock Smash as well. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, and I forgot to talk about something. I'm sorry. I knew I was forgetting something. We have mystery eggs, which can start on the first floor as well. On all floors, you can find Sentret, Dunsparce, Spinda. Whismur is on the floor and in craters, which craters look like those right over there in the wall. Those two separate tiles are like a perfect example is that single tile there. Those are what are considered the craters here. Munchlax. Hidden egg in walls. So if you see a wall egg, that is also partially why we, whatchamacallit? It is also partially why I bought treasure specs, because Munchlax is the only wall egg there is. So if you see an egg in the wall, here, while using treasure specs or the Frisk ability, grab it, because it's a Munchlax. And then you have Bunnelby, which is only in the craters. Alright, now that we hit 6F, Rhyhorn and Spinda are your recruitables here. Both of which can be shiny as well. This is the only place that you are able to shiny hunt Spinda. And Rhyhorn, for that matter, as well. But like I said, this is going to be more of a quick kind of run through just because it is, like, just more evolved stuff is pretty much all it really is. But, yeah, see, there's your Spinda, which I don't think we actually have one on this character yet. Why don't we try for it just for the heck of it? I mean, we lose our treasure specs, sure, but, I mean, is it really that much of a loss? Not really. Oh, wow, we actually didn't get it. Dang. Something I also might start working on as well. You may think this is recruitable, but it's not, I promise. So something I may work on is, obviously, I have never hit Guildmaster. I have not hit Guildmaster yet on this character. So I would like to do that because I do like showing all the ranks and everything. And it would be fair that I show you guys me, you know, actually hitting it. Alright, now we are in the ascending 11 through 15. We have Drillbur here, which is brand new to this place. And it, of course, being Gen 5, it is shiny huntable. And Smeargle, which is only out during dawn and dusk. And actually, speaking of which, there is one. You know what? Well, we have the chance. Wow. Not getting lucky at all. Okay. Let's just keep on going. Ouch. That hurt a little bit. Because I forget, we don't have a way to prevent status like that on this character. But yeah, sorry I'm not saying too much. It's just trying to get to the descending floors because we can start talking a little bit. Oh, ground diamond in the wall. That's different. Oh, another Smeargle. Wow, we are not getting lucky whatsoever. Dang. Alright, now that we hit this, there's actually a little story in the midpoint. You hear footsteps? Thwomp! You feel pain aching on the back of your head. There's a Linoon. You feel dizzy. What was that all about? We just gotta continue along this long path. Not many pass through these deep parts of the underground burrows network. It's tough, cold, and damp out there, so watch yourself. And we can continue on. So now we hit the descending floors. And the recruits pretty much stay the same, so I'll talk about it when we get to it. Smeargle is out dawn and dusk on these descending floors, 15 through 11. And Drillbur as well is also on these descending floors. So, yeah, the same recruits. And the mystery eggs also stay the same, where you have your Sentret, Dunsparce, Spinda, Munchlax is hidden in the walls, Whismur's in the on floors and craters, and Munchlax is craters only. I use the honey just on the off chance that we happen to spawn a shiny, but because it's right there. You know, might as well make advantage of it while we see it. But yeah, lots and lots of changes. I think some good changes as well were in here, as well as like all the other changes I was talking about outside the dungeon. This dungeon also getting changed is very nice because it's, I would say, a decent spot for training. Not something I would use, you know, all the time, but I randomly get the Drillbur though. Thanks. Well, pack it, I guess, and if we see a Smeargle this next floor, we'll try for it. Doesn't look like it, so down to 10 we go. Which back here is Rhyhorn and Spinda again in terms of recruitables. Okay. Got them treasure specs on so we can see if we happen to see a wall egg. Looking like a no though, but that's okay. Oh, I missed the spin that spawned late. Alright, and 5 through 1, Lillipup, Zigzagoon, and Patrat are your recruitables again, just as a quick rehash. You know what? Just because we can. I see the honey, I'm going to take advantage of it just for fun. Alright, a few more floors here. Oh, right. Forgot one more thing to talk about. There are secret rooms here on the descending floors of 5 through 1, but I'm pretty sure it's technically 5 through 2 because you can't, you shouldn't be getting a secret room on B1F of descending because it would break some of the boss stuff. But anyways, good thing to have your treasure specs because not only Munchlax eggs, but going through these dig holes, dig and burrow. That's what we do. An intruder's in our den, and that seems to be you. Liner had caught you red-handed earlier. You dug your entire way down into our den. You must be looking to pillage the place, or what are you after then? Zangoose and then Diggersby. You woke our den mates in their slumber, and your only intention seems to plunder. Now let me tell you something. Today you made your biggest blunder. All three of them. You intruded upon our ground, so you must go under. Alright, so all three of these guys actually have different drops. They can all drop nothing, or Zangoose can drop a Power Band, Razor Claw, Nugget, or TM Hone Claws. Linoon can drop a Ground Diamond, 10 Stick, Relic Copper, 1 Mushroom, which it did, and 3 Mud Traps. And Diggersby can drop a Digger's Torque, which is its family item, which I believe is either for fighting or water or grass. I can't remember. 10 Stick, TM Dig, or 1 Mushroom. Oh, sorry, I skipped through that. Anyway, enough blabbing. Let's get going. We have work to do. Woohoo, you're right. Dig, dig, burrow, dig. I'm sorry, I skipped through the first 2 dialogue boxes, and that was probably the most of it. I used to be as tough as you know, but I've gotten a little older. 10 years ago, I bet I could have put a good fight against you. Now then, I apologize for the impulsive reaction. The exit's up there. Maybe we'll meet each other again. But instead of doing that, why don't you go backwards? Because something they don't even Frisk doesn't show you is there's actually some hidden items. You got some money here. 85 poke from the looks of it. We're just gonna F attack all these tiles just to show you. So you saw the big apple there, you saw the money. But yeah, even your treasure specs going into this room, because it's a boss fight, it's a little bit different. We also have 70 poke here. You have Sauce Sand, I believe this is. Yep. There you go. There's also a honey here. Very important that we're going to grab this. Oh, I did not mean to use... So yeah, there's a few hidden items along the path back here that you wouldn't think about. And you could still go through these. But yeah, just thought I'd show that a little bit. That there's a couple money piles, a honey, a big apple, and Sauce Sand. And then we hit this warp. And it takes us literally actually right back on the entrance. Because you technically go in a loop. But that was Gritty Burrow in its entirety. Alrighty. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully all the updates on all the moves, shinies, Frisk ability, the Expo overworld change, and this dungeon were helpful. And coming up soon, hopefully some beginner game guides, like exploring all the regions and all of the towns and what you want to do at certain points in the game and everything. Hopefully that is soon to come. I'm hoping over this weekend or the next couple weeks I can try and get these going. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you will either see some beginner guides and mid-game and end-game guides, or next dungeon or event video that is a brand new thing. See you guys then.